Alright everybody, it is me, Paul Dano, just kidding, here to react to the BAFTA winners. I really don't know what's going to be happening here. I'm hoping my predictions are just somewhat accurate because I'm just kind of expecting this to all be chaos. One thing I did change was I moved Anora into #1 in casting, so hopefully that last second decision pays off, but other than that, I'm just writing with what I predicted in my video yesterday. Also, they do not broadcast the winners live for whatever reason, so I'm just going to be reacting to them off of Twitter as they come in. A little boring, I know, but that's what we're stuck with, so let's see what they do. Okay, visual effects, starting right off, Dune Part 2. Let's see if that's its only award of the night or if it can win one or two more. That was pretty simple. I think that's going to win the Oscar. Children's and family film went to Wallace and Gromit, so maybe it wins that. And animated feature, that's what I'm predicting, so good for Wallace and Gromit, I suppose, here. Okay, outstanding debut. Kneecap wins outstanding debut. That makes sense. Sometimes they do surprising stuff in this category, but I would have been shocked if they didn't go with Kneecap considering how much they loved it. Production design went to Wicked. Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me anyways. I mean, I just couldn't imagine The Brutalist taking this considering it's been on the decline. I didn't want to go with an extra win on top of the stuff I'm already shaky on, so it makes sense why Wicked would win this. It's got production design locked up at the Oscars for sure now. Alright, film not in the English language, Emilia Perez. Yeah, I mean, I knew that was going to happen here at BAFTA. I still have hope that I'm Still Here can win at the Oscar at the end of the day, but it makes sense for BAFTA. They didn't really see I'm Still Here all that much. Sound goes to Dune. Let's go. Very happy about that one. I love to see it. Sound, I mean, maybe that's probably just a two-horser between Dune and Wicked at the Oscars, but it's probably going to be going to Dune. Best score is up next, so let's see if this is where The Brutalist can finally get a win in this category and really set itself up as the frontrunner for the Oscar. Score is The Brutalist. Let's go. That's your Oscar frontrunner right there. I don't think it can be anything else at this point. With no challengers at the Oscars, The Brutalist is the only one walking in there with a major win, so there you have it. That is such a good win. I am very happy Daniel Blumberg is going to win this. His score was the best of the year, in my opinion, so it's very worthy. Okay, original screenplay. Is this Anora or is this The Substance? If this is The Substance, it makes my job a whole lot harder at the Oscars since Anora is going to win Best Picture. But if it's Anora, then, you know, we know what's happening. So I'm very much looking out for this one. A Real Pain wins original screenplay at BAFTA. That I did not see coming at all. What? Wow, so neither Anora or The Substance win there. I guess that just means predict Anora for the Oscar because Anora beat A Real Pain at the WGA Awards, so with it being the Best Picture frontrunner, I think that's your screenplay winner at the Oscars, although it really feels weird since it's only one WGA, but I think that's the way it's going, and I don't think Anora's winning any BAFTAs anymore. I really wonder what's happening in casting here. Okay, adapted screenplay here. Conclave should be taking this. I don't know how it would not go to Conclave considering the run it's been on, and it's Conclave. Conclave wins adapted. No surprise, it's just continuing its virtual sweep since it wasn't nominated at WGA. Probably would have won there if it was eligible. Okay, animated film here. This was one of the categories I was most unsure about. Wallace and Gromit already won Children Family Film, so maybe that's its consolation prize and it doesn't win this and it goes to Flo or the Wild Robot, but I really have no clue what's happening here. I did predict Wallace and Gromit just because, you know, I felt like it was going to win one of them, so might as well predict it for both. Oh, and animated goes to Wallace and Gromit. I predicted that. I don't know what's winning the Oscar. It's probably going to be The Wild Robot, because Flo only has the Golden Globe, and that's probably not enough to win the Oscar. Wallace and Gromit continues to stay undefeated at the BAFTAs, which is crazy. So next time they make one of these movies, if it's just decent, predict it. Just do. Okay, big one here. We got supporting actor. I mean, since A Real Pain just won screenplay, it's kind of obvious Kieran Culkin is gonna win this award here. Yep, Kieran Culkin, right there. It makes sense. He's gonna win the Oscar. I mean, if there was a place for him to lose, it would have been here, and it seemed like his film was even stronger here than everywhere else. Okay, here is supporting actress. We know this is going to Zoe Saldana. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, I mean, Zoe Saldana wins again. She is going to be winning that Oscar. It's really just a matter of, does she win SAG as well, or does Grande win SAG because they loved Wicked there? And honestly, it's probably going to be Saldana's sweep, if I'm being completely honest. I'd rather it be Grande, but it's whatever to me. Okay, best casting is coming up next. I mean, I was kind of up in the air between a few different things here, so let's see what happens. Oh, casting went to Anora! I predicted that! I can't believe my last second switch fucking worked. Best casting to Anora after it didn't win original screenplay. So, can Madison upset even though that the film didn't win screenplay? I don't know. It's probably still gonna be to me more, but hey, happy to get my last second switch there correct. I really am surprised I got that. I'm very happy that Anora won this. The fact that it won something at least signals to me that there is that international support for Anora in some basis. So yeah, I mean, it's looking good for Best Picture at the Oscars. Best Editing is next. I really don't know what's going on here. The fact that Anora just won this, maybe it can win editing here. I'm thinking Conclave. Could be Kneecap. It could be a bunch of different stuff here, honestly. I wouldn't be totally shocked at any one of the 5 winning this. So let's see what goes here. Hopefully this is something that can at least point us in the right direction for the Oscar and isn't, Kneecap or Dune, even though that those would be good wins. Editing goes to Conclave. Okay. I predicted that too. I think I've only gotten one wrong so far. This is crazy. But anyways, yeah, it makes sense. It won the British Editors Guild or whatever that's called. So it makes sense why it would win BAFTA. I'm just glad we finally have some clear path after Challengers won Critics' Choice and the Ace Eddies aren't going to be till after the Oscars, so we have something to go off of here with the Conclave win at least. Okay, best cinematography here. I do think this is going to be The Brutalist. We could see a Nosferatu upset here, but I do think The Brutalist is taking this on its path to best film at BAFTA. And it is The Brutalist. That is awesome. I'm very happy about that one. Okay, so I think, after it got hit at Critics' Choice, it's back on track to win the Oscar, I think. All that's left before now and then is the ASCs, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. If Nosferatu wins ASC, I would be very tempted to predict that for the Oscar, but for now, I think The Brutalist is looking good. I mean, it makes sense. Lowell Crawley is British. Why wouldn't he have won here? Okay, up next, Best Documentary. I just got to imagine this is still going to be No Other Land. Ooh, documentary goes to Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. Okay, so that does not help me at all with the Oscars because that is not nominated. So, Porcelain War won DGA, so that's going into Oscar night with the only relevant industry precursor since Superman won both BAFTA and PGA, so maybe Porcelain War ends up actually stealing documentary from No Other Land, which would be kinda sad because it should be going to No Other Land. Best Hair and Makeup, this'll be The Substance, maybe? This'll be The Substance's only win since Anora won casting. Maybe Madison wins actress, and this is just the consolation prize for The Substance. Who knows? And yep, The Substance wins. I am happy that The Substance won this. Let's see if more wins or not. Costume design next, I think, so this will be Wicked, obviously. It won production design. And there we go. Wicked costumes. Why would it have been anything else? That is the most obvious award you could think of. Outstanding British feature, you know, this will probably be Conclave, but what if Wallace and Gromit gets in here? I mean, it did beat a Best Film nominee for Were-Rabbit back in 2006 or 7, whichever year that was, so... you know, who knows? It'll be Conclave, though. And yep, it is Conclave. Okay, so Wallace and Gromit finally loses a BAFTA for the first time in its history. But yeah, I mean, I knew this was coming for Conclave. Alright, Best Director here. I'm predicting Brady Corbet for The Brutalist. I feel fine about it, but, you know, this could go a number of different ways. They could want to just give it to Sean Baker, but I do think this is going to be Corbet. Oh, Brady Corbet right there. Makes sense. I'm not surprised about that one. It's good to see. I'm happy that he won this at least, because if Baker's going to win that Oscar, I want to see Corbet walk home with some stuff at least. Okay, Best Actor coming up. After A Complete Unknown has blanked up until now, I think Brody is taking this. I mean, maybe Ray Fiennes is able to, but I do just think this is Brody. The Brutalist has been performing very well so far. The ceremony, director, cinematography, score, everything it's needed. So I think Brody is looking good for Best Actor here. And it is Brody. Let's go. I think he's got the Oscar now. I really do. You know, I do still think Chalamet's probably going to win SAG, but that's not going to be enough. Brody has been the most consistent point of the Brutalist campaign so far. He has been the top dog for everything The Brutalist in awards. So he's got it, I think. That's a great win. I am very happy. I was really worried predicting him. I was really worried about Chalamet maybe winning, but it looks like it's over. It looks like Brody's going to take that Oscar home, and I couldn't be more happy. That's my favorite performance of the year. Here is Best Actress. This has, like, since animated, probably been my most anticipated category, because I really don't know what's happening here. You know, The Substance, one makeup, Anora, one casting, both lost screenplay, so it's really up in the air here. I predicted Demi Moore, so let's see if that ends up being correct here. Mikey Madison! Yes! Holy shit! Oh, yes! Yes! She can win Best Actress at the Oscars. Oh man, I am so happy about that. I kind of thought when casting happened that maybe she would end up winning, and it actually happened. I am so happy. Man, I don't know how A Real Pain won screenplay if Anora is this loved in England. Like, man, Madison would be my pick. That is awesome. I am so happy for her. With Anora frontrunning, can it happen? Can she win? I hope so. Okay, so Best Film is next. This is probably either going to be The Brutalist or Anora, after The Brutalist has had a great night and Anora has just won Actress. So let's see what happens here. Conclave wins Best Film. Well, I cannot believe that just won. Holy shit. BAFTA just decided to do two exciting things back to back after it being boring as hell the rest of the way. That's so random. After The Brutalist wins Director, Actor, and 2 techs, and Anora wins Casting and Actress, Conclave pulls through on top. That proves that Conclave has win potential at least. What this signals to me is that The Brutalist is absolutely cooked for Best Picture at the Oscars. Like, it couldn't win this with it winning a bunch of other things. Wow, so that was kind of crazy at the end there. So Anora looking strong. It's gonna win Picture, Director, probably Screenplay, maybe Actress, maybe Editing, probably not though since Conclave won here. So The Brutalist, it's looking good for Actor, Cinematography, and Score at the Oscars. Brady Corbet did win the BAFTA, but I think with Sean Baker winning DGA, being the Best Picture frontrunner, Baker's going to end up winning Director over Corbet. Corbet would be my pick, but I'm happy with Baker winning as well. The most exciting thing to happen in here was by far Mikey Madison winning Best Actress. I really think she has a chance now. Madison could be in for just this last second surge with Anora and take the award. I'm just going to be interested to see if Madison is able to win SAG as well, because honestly, there's a chance. I know in my predictions video I said, there's a chance Madison wins at BAFTA but then loses SAG and Oscar just because they tend to like the career narrative more. But honestly, maybe I'm just being incredibly reactive to this, but Madison's got some life in her. She could absolutely win SAG as well and then win the Oscar. It would be awesome to see. But Conclave winning here, that doesn't matter. I think that sets it up perfectly to be the runner-up to Anora at the Oscars, but it won't win. Obviously, that still will be Anora. Honestly, all I needed to see here from Anora was for it to win something, and the fact that it won actress and casting, it's really strong, because if it's going to win director and screenplay and actress, it's good. For the rest of the show, though, pretty tame. I mean, I got most stuff right here. I think the only 4 I missed were those last 2, film and actress, documentary, and original screenplay. I went 19 out of like 23 awards here, so that's awesome. This was pretty predictable for the most part, and I don't think this video is going to be very exciting because of that, but we got it. We got the BAFTA winners here, and this answered many of my questions. Actress is really just the only one that's up in the air for me, and documentary. But yeah, that's where we're at. What did you guys think of these winners? Were they pretty predictable to you guys like they were from me? Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you liked what you saw here today and you would like to see more, subscribe to follow the odyssey that is Oscar season.